Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. Special thanks to Mead and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive producer level supporters from Patreon. And also thanks to all of our listeners. It is your support that keeps us going.
Imagine a place where ancient secrets and unnatural horrors lie dormant. A place where the veil between worlds is thin and the creatures of the night roam free. On Microphones and Monsters, a ragtag crew of travelers sets sail for one such destination. But beware, dear listener, for the horrors of Fazine are not for the faint of heart.
There were 3 missing persons reported to the watch in the last week. There was a Carmelo and a Grezja Scary and a priest named Mateo. The Scaries reported missing this morning, actually. Were last seen at their home 4 nights ago, while the priest was last seen walking the streets of Farzine late the night before last. I don't know what become of them, and after Alwig's admonishments, I'm hesitant to send a member of the watch, if you get what I'm saying.
The Magister said something about renegades. Has there been any evidence of that?
No, not at all. I had to hold my tongue back there because it makes me angry because I just to assume something like that. So I don't know, but I can't tell you why we saw what we saw either. So,
and is there any issue with their food supply? Is there any reason why they would be acting differently?
I can't imagine that would be the cause. I mean, folks die. Folks are taken to the cemetery, and the ghouls, pretty gruesome, but they eat our dead. It's become just a regular part of life here. They keep to themselves. I've never seen any walk the streets of Farzine. We supply them with food, and they keep the bodies from getting out of hand.
What do you mean by getting out of hand?
Well, I mean, you eventually run out of space to bury bodies, and they provide a sort of service. Man, it's maintained peace for centuries now.
Would it be worthwhile to take one of the ghouls that attacked at the prison to the cemetery to see if any of them recognize them?
We did take them to the cemetery, and thing is, whenever we take our loved ones when they pass to the cemetery, that we don't see the ghouls.
I think it would be worthwhile to set up a meeting with at least whoever leads them.
Yes, I agree. I think we need to have a discussion with this clan. The Yogash, you said it was?
Well, yeah. And, I mean, the pact has been in place for, like I said, centuries. So we do our part, they do their part, and there's no communication. It's just been a peaceful coexistence.
I do not wish to accuse them of breaking the pact, but I would be curious to know if they maybe have some insights as to where these ghouls may have come from, or maybe any reason why they may have attacked people.
Yeah, and this is why I think that y'all would be great people to investigate that, especially it being an outside source and you have no involvement either way, other than your victim to what just happened.
Mr. Mouse has come out of the pack and he's drinking some water.
Okay.
It's an important piece of information to know.
People want to know what's going on with Mr. Mouse.
It's crucial. I mean, you never know. Adam's a real stickler, so maybe if he didn't say Mr. Mouse drank, he might just say that, oh, well, Mr. Mouse is dehydrated right now because he's not drinking water.
Yeah, whenever Rufus eats, Mr. Mouse will come out and have just a little bit of what he's eating.
And you said the ghouls' bodies have already been taken to the cemetery?
Yes.
So we can't speak with them.
No. I mean, unless you go to the cemetery and they're still there.
What's that? You just got to speak with Dad. Getting rid of those bodies.
Just saying. Just saying.
Well, Izzodath will look around the table at her compatriots.
I think we need to go to the cemetery tomorrow. We've got to talk to somebody.
Yes, agreed. I think that is currently our best lead.
Yeah, if they didn't do it, they would want to know that there's other ghouls doing it.
Yes, I'm certain, because it does put that pact at a bit of at odds. If there are ghouls out there attacking people, then people may stop respecting that pact.
It might be their family or something.
I would recommend that you check out the Scary's residence as soon as possible, since it is the other than the stockades, it's the most recent event.
Is it late in the evening right now, or just?
Yeah, it's
like
it's
after
late
dusk?
in the evening. Yeah, it's after dusk.
This is D&D. You can go to a bar and drink anytime.
Yeah, but it is evening. Like I would say, it was around dusk when you came in. Yeah.
So probably not the best time to
dark.
go knocking at doors.
Well, they're dead.
Well, they're
so-
missing. Well, they're missing. So
Missing.
Yeah.
and you're investigating. So he is recommending you go tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean, I'm
Go
just
there,
saying, like,
kick the door
bunch
down,
of,
and
bunch of
start asking
strangers like
questions.
busting into people's houses. Like,
Yeah, we can go there tonight. And
Going
then
when
go
there's
to
less people
cemetery
walking
tomorrow.
around at night is
Yeah.
probably the best time to do that.
Lothar, can you escort us to their house where they went missing?
No.
Like I said, back in my office, if it goes
you at
sideways,
least-
I can always deny knowing what you were up to.
Can
Just-
you point us in the right direction?
Just
Yeah,
give us directions.
Definitely. It's not that far. It's just a short walk. You walk out the door there and you just take a left, and it's a little set apart from its neighbors. Single story affair with it's got the normal thatch roof, but it's the only house that's not directly next to the neighboring houses.
Oh, I remember that when I saw it earlier.
There you go.
very well. Well, is there anything else you can think of that might be of import for us to know?
Well, Brother Mateo was a priest of light. I mean, he's known for walking the streets. That's why he came up missing. Nobody had seen him. So,
Well, since you mentioned that, out of curiosity, are you a follower of light?
oh no, I'm not. I don't really get into the superstitious natures. I'm actually not from this island.
I see. And what of Magister Alwigi?
I'm not too certain. In his speeches, he talks about the goddess of light and such. But I
Yes,
think it's just to
understand. It
get
could
people
just
to vote
be
for him.
political pandering. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what did you say that the Scaries' names were? Richard and Melanie?
No,
Richard's.
Carmelo
Their
and
names
Grezja. Carmelo and Grezja.
Grez.
And it's
Carmelo and
Scerri is scary.
Okay.
I thought it was Carmelo and Rolo.
No. Rolo Tony Browntown.
I was just referencing the candy bars. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was. If somebody can name that reference after listening to this, then
You get one.
You get a prize.
You get one microphones
Rolo
and
Tony
monsters
Brown.
point.
You get the whole song. I'll sing the
Yes.
whole song. 'Cause it's a song.
Perfect.
All right. You have your mission.
Yes.
Go to it. Go and find that song so that he'll sing it.
The pay. You know what? I'll I'll give you access to the storage locker for as long as you're working the case. And just about anything can end up in there, and as long as it's not evidence, it's yours.
How are we to know if it's evidence or not?
It won't be
in the storage
there.
locker.
It won't be in the storage locker. There you go. Once something's not evidence, we'll stick it in there for you. So,
Very well.
do you have any other questions? And you are agreeing to this investigation, right?
Not
yes.
officially. Wink.
Oh,
I personally had every
What
intention to
investigation?
investigate what
What
was going on.
investigation?
well, here. He puts a sack on the table. He's like, there's a potion of healing in there for each of you, and the key to the storage room. In the
Add this
stockade.
to my sheet of things that I have in my equipment, please. One moment.
One moment.
Are there any magical weapons in
I
there?
take meticulous
There
inventory.
may be.
Okay, cool. I call dibs on magic weapons because those are the only ones I can use.
Yeah, I say we go to the storage locker first, gear up, and then have at it.
Okay.
You know,
That's not a bad idea.
cool arming montage circa Hot
How much
Fuzz.
money are we dividing up?
Oh, for those 5 gold coins you're still
gold.
talking about?
Yeah, he's still talking about that.
I'll take it. I don't care. I don't need it.
Okay.
I only need the anguish and blood of my enemies.
I'll take the 5 gold and you take... I got all the gold and you got the silver. Mr. Mouse is fast. Mr. Mouse is helping me get all those. I'm taking the 5 gold. It's already on my character sheet. You can have the silver.
Count.
I'm a little street urchin. I scrounge stuff up real quick. That's one of the things Mr. Mouse is trained for. If he sees like a little gold piece, he grabs it.
Shiny.
Well, he's like, well, cheers.
I need it more than they do.
Cheers to y'all, and he downs his mead.
Ah, yes. Thank you again for the mead.
Thank you for the water. This is yummy. Get back in, Mr. Mouse.
That cat
Good
winked
water.
at me earlier. That cat winked at me.
Well, yes, that does sound about right. Fear not, brave listeners. This is just a brief interruption for some necessary financial lubrication. Want to keep the M&M adventure rolling? Ad-free episodes, bonus content, and even uncut M&M sessions are just a click away at patreon.com/creativetypo. Stick around after the episode for a glimpse into another Creative Typo show.
All right. So you make it back to the
My
stockade.
name's Rufus.
No interruptions on the way there. You make it there, and contents of the supply closet. As you know, that they would change periodically. You do find some mundane weapons, some ammunition. If you need ammunition, armor can be found in limited qualities and sizes. And you find a little bottle filled with, looks like water and a fish eye.
Mine.
Rose
I don't want
snack.
that. I don't know what that is. I don't want it. I was hoping there'd be a magic ring.
You would
or
actually like fish
gauntlets or
eyes.
something.
Yes. You should take the fisheye.
I don't know what a little bottle of water with a fisheye in it does.
It's a road snack.
There's only one way to find out.
I don't know if I'm a risk.
I'm about to
taker.
find out what kind of fish eye it is.
Rufus, Lucius, what's in this bottle?
Oh, no, it is a fish.
and-
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna make him roll a check.
Yeah, give me a Yogg-Sothothery check.
We don't want it. Put it back.
I can't roll Yogg's to
Put that
three
thing back
checks.
where you got it, so help me.
It's like we were both proficient the last campaign. I don't even have it. I can't roll a check.
Yeah, can
It
I?
is a 19.
Oh,
A 19, so you know exactly what this is. It is a
Evil.
chocho. It is a chocho oculus.
A Chocho Oculus.
Yes.
Sure it's not a choo-choo oculus? It turns you into a little
So
tree.
it is a small bottle of brine that preserves this eye. You know that it is chanted over and pickled in special drugs and spices.
forbidden pickle.
It is delicious.
Human eyes are traditional and most effective, but other eyes are also useful. When you consume the oculus with an action, you gain a benefit according to the type of eye. This is a fish eye, and you know that the eye of a weak-eyed animal, such as a fish, grants advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight for 1 minute.
If we were to introduce a different eye into this solution, would it also have different properties?
It would have to go through the traditional chant and to...
And I'm assuming it actually does require the complete consumption of the eye, and you couldn't just like take part of it or like throw it up or anything. Like
you have to
done.
consume the whole eye. But yeah, you would know that, and you can share that information. Like you can get all into it if you want to.
Well, I believe that this is a Chocho Oculus that is something of a pickled eyeball of sorts. That, well, it's kind of gone through some special incantation to be able to have some special properties. If I remember correctly, I think that when it's done with a fish eye, I think it helps you see better. You would have to eat the eye, of course.
Oh, is that all?
Yes. If you eat the eye, it'll help your sight for a small amount of time.
Oh, that's really cool.
It does, although if you ask me, it seems like an awful lot of work for not a lot of benefit.
I eat fish eyes all the time.
I just gave you some information, Richard, that you would also know because of that role, and you can choose to share that if you want.
Oh, you just sent it to me?
Yeah.
It also curses you forever.
I was going to say, and also something terrible happens.
But it comes with a free Frogurt. The Frogurt is also cursed.
Okay. Yes, these are made by the Chocho, which they're something of an altered human of sorts. The great old ones kind of messed around with them, and they're maybe not quite right, if I might say so myself.
That's just slinking into the background.
Yeah, you probably don't want to encounter any Chocho if you can help it. They are cannibalistic, after all.
Ew. Who would eat other people? That's gross.
Well, I mean, the Chocho, for one.
And ghouls.
Ghouls.
That's a fish idol.
Ghouls.
They're chosy eaters.
They're Chochozy eaters.
All right.
Yes. I am not really sure if they eat all kinds of humanoids or if they mostly just stick to humans, but I'd rather not test that.
Is the eyeball in there safe to eat?
Well,
It
I mean,
won't get hurt.
There's only one way of finding
it
out.
is just a pickled fish eyeball, so as long as that is okay with you, then I don't think there's any ill effect from consuming it. They do normally do this with human eyes, however.
I don't want to eat that.
But I can attest that this does appear to be a fish eyeball and definitely no kind of like human per se.
Okay. Well, later if...
So we've got weapons, ammunition, and a jar with a pickled eye in it. Not quite the armory I was expecting.
Come back later for possibly more items.
More pickled body parts.
But no magic or
that is
armor
magic.
or weapons.
The Chocho Oculus is a magical item.
Oh no, I meant armor
Just not a
or
magical
weapons.
weapon.
Yeah, no magic weapons, no magic armor.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
Ammunition
And
if
what-
you need it.
What
No,
kind
you
of armor
said
was
that-
there?
How heavy is that thing? The bottle?
Oh, it's tiny. It's a little bottle, big enough
Mason
to hold
jar
a fish.
bottle.
Big enough for a
will
fish
it
eye.
fit in my pack?
Yeah,
with everything else
easily.
that I have.
Easily.
Okay, I'll have to add manage inventory.
What kind of armor was available?
Add
Are you
custom
looking for
item.
anything in particular as you're browsing?
Fish eye thing.
Something in the light to medium range.
Yeah.
Izzodath is not a warrior, so she doesn't know what she's looking for. She's just like, what will protect my foliage?
A knife.
There is some, and you're proficient in light and medium.
Yeah.
I'll say there is some medium armor in there. There's also light armor in there. But one of the sets, it's not quite as small as you, but it might be a little baggy.
She might even take just like a piece of it, just a chest plate. Like this'll work.
Because you're really small.
Small, yeah. She's 4 foot tall. So I mean, and she's
well.
narrow.
I mean, there is like halflings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You find a set of armor that fits you. I would say that.
Is there perhaps a breastplate available?
A breastplate.
It is a medium armor type.
Yeah, there is a breastplate in there.
Okay.
Well, there's no additional cat armor.
No, there is no additional cat armor.
No cat armor, nothing magical. I'm done. Whatever.
Nothing for you, buddy.
Well, you got the magic thing.
I got the fisheye thing. I put it in my inventory. It says fisheye thing.
It is magic thing.
Eat it to get some kind of wisdom check to sight
it's
bonus.
It's a +1 perception to sight.
Okay.
Is it permanent bonus or
1 minute? 1 minute.
1 minute.
One minute.
So one and done.
All right. Well, Izzodath will come slinking out of the closet wearing her new leather armor and just holding a stick.
Why are your arms sticking out like that?
It's a broomstick.
Put them down to your sides.
There's a broomstick.
I feel that from here things will only get more perilous. So if there is anything that might make you a little more sturdy, then I would suggest taking it. As he kind of fits the breastplate onto himself.
Xerothin will mutate his arm into the various shapes and weapons that he has. I have everything I need right here.
Turns into a proverbial multi-tool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Swiss Army
His arm's
lion.
a corkscrew.
I can open cans with this one.
His other arm's a file.
Yes.
His leg is a toothpick.
I used to have all the bits to this one, but I lost a few.
Well, Izzodath is set with her dagger and her stick.
All right. And armor. And you have medium armor now. So your ACs are a little bit higher.
And just like that, Lucius's AC is 15 now.
15.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
And Izzodath's is 15 too now?
I had light armor on me. I'm about to add some medium armor.
Do you have to be proficient in that and stuff?
She is.
You do.
Okay, cool.
As a cleric and actually like as a cleric you get medium, but technically I actually have up to heavy. But I mean, even if I were to pick like the best heavy that I could, it's not really going to do me any better than the breastplate is.
Yeah.
So.
And like heavy also gives you negatives to stealth if you're trying to be
disadvantage on stealth checks. Yeah.
Whereas a breastplate is basically the most armor you can get without a stealth disadvantage.
Cool.
Next time on Microphones and Monsters.
You note the presence of a ghoul brazenly walking the streets of Farzine. The double takes, hushed conversations, and hurried pace of the islanders as they pass make it clear this is an event of note.
There's a ghoul right over there, Lucius.
I believe we have some more burrowing friends that have been here. I'll call out to the house. Hello, is there anyone here?
From the indie podcast creators that brought you Microphones and Monsters, A Fool's Quest, Ethereal Embrace, and other hit podcasts, comes a new actual play podcast, Dread Tech Incorporated. Set in the futuristic cyberpunk setting of Dark City, our 3 DDA special agents, Nitz with his drone blip, Sylvia Rivera, the shape-shifting social media icon, and Zaus, the Zoog heavy gunner, take on the evil corporation Yogsonic Dynamics in an attempt to bring the heinous actions of the corporation into the public spotlight. But will our heroes be prepared for the unworldly supernatural horror that lurks below the corporation's front? Follow Dread Tech Incorporated wherever you get your podcast to find out.